City 1051.
City 1051, it's your number one lifestyle station. Time check. This is 11 past 8 o'clock right here in the city. My name is Kaycee, and this is the Super Drive Time Show. Like I said, Ycee is going to be in the building, and he is in the building. I said it and I delivered, and Ycee came through.
Yeah.
Ycee was good. What's popping?
What's popping? I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, first off, Lagos traffic. Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't have to apologize for Lagos traffic, but you know, you can
It's
never...
like it's you can't even apologize for it. It's like whose fault is it?
It's even the government. It's not even the government, is it?
Like nobody knows,
like,
because you could be in traffic and then when you get to the point where the traffic is supposed to have started from, there's nothing there.
Just crazy.
And it's just like,
like, what caused this? Yeah. Okay. Good to have you back at City FM.
Yeah.
It's not been that long. Has it been that long?
it's been long ago. It's been.
This
I
year?
think this is my first time here this year.
For real?
Yeah.
God damn.
Cause
Okay.
you know, I spent most of 2020 out of Nigeria because I was stuck in London during the lockdown. So
Yeah.
I have like 6 months unaccounted for this year.
Like,
So
as like other people as well, like not just yourself, like a lot of
Yeah.
artists have come out to speak about how the pandemic actually was kind of like a downer when it comes to putting out music or putting out projects and everything.
I mean,
So-
just being an artist, you know, performing, like everything just felt different. You know, it felt like it wasn't the right time to put out certain songs. It felt like it wasn't the right time to, you know, try and go out or party or any of that. But at least, you know, everybody's just happy to have made it to this point in like the end of the year. So, we thank God, though. It wasn't easy.
True that.
Yeah.
Okay, but we've had different people still try to. I don't know whether you can call it bad timing. I think you should call it bad timing, whereby some people have tried to still put out a project or two during the pandemic, and the bashing guy over here. Like like I think I even saw a couple of tweets from you as well. Like everybody was just extra sensitive. Nobody was having none of
you
that.
know, it's like, because I think at the beginning of the whole, you know, the entire global lockdown, nobody knew, okay, what should we do or what shouldn't we do. So everybody was just being very considerate and being sensitive about certain issues and certain topics, and, you know, timing was very important. But I felt like it got to a point where people now start to you know, ask that, give us music. We actually need music to get through these times.
Happened.
You know, then NSAS, we now had to pause for a bit again. And, you know, I think everything is just slowly becoming a lot more peaceful than before. So everybody's just using the time now more. There's a chance to drop music, put out your music. And I think the good thing that has done for the industry now is like a lot of artists are no longer as tone deaf as they used to be.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to consider so many things and be sure that, okay, you know, the music is going to hit at the right time. And yeah, it's a great thing. At least it shows that artists as well as other creatives are, you know, considerate, and we are not just good for only singing and dancing.
Yeah, you're well said. Because the truth is, there's this whole mentality: if you don't show that you care, you're cancelled. So
cancel culture, man.
Yeah, it's unforgiving.
You know, the funny thing is, like, the people that actually have the power or the say to cancel, you know, people won't really come and say, "Oh, you're cancelled." Yeah. It's just a very silent thing.
It's just like, you know, let's just...
Yes, It's not a situation where people come out and say, "Oh, let's cancel this guy," and it's like,
let's
everybody
not
else
stream the music.
you know,
let's just not... But is that whole mental block, and like...
it comes down to how, if it doesn't affect you personally, trust me, you will find one way or the other to still listen. People are very, very curious. So even if they cancel somebody and they hear that, oh, that person that you canceled dropped an album, I'm a boy will still make you want to go and say, okay, let me go and hear what he sang
and check out what the person said. But
so,
yeah, true that. Okay, with that in mind, the pandemic and SARS, the video for Money I Defined has dropped.
Yes.
And I'm gonna ask you this question like straight up. How long ago has this video been ready?
I think the video was ready like a month before it dropped.
Oh, okay.
But you know, we managed to even squeeze the shoot right before the NSAS protest kicked off, and we just had to hold on to it because, you know, like, I feel like a lot of people just look at NSAS and they just think that, oh, it was just, you know, protesting against police brutality, but that is like a benchmark in Nigerian history. And for a lot of people, it was the first time for so many things, because Nigerians are not really taken seriously when it comes to protesting against the government. So for people to come out en masse across the country, and for it to also resonate to other parts of the world where Nigerians also, lent their voices and joined the movement, it was a very serious time where everybody that in one way or the other, we've all faced SARS, we've all faced, police brutality. So everybody saw that, okay, it's like, it's that time, and we put everything on hold. It's just sad that, the way things turned out, it could have been avoided, but I feel like it's also a part of history, and we've all learned from our mistakes. So we know what to do moving forward. Hopefully the government, hears our cry, so we don't have to have a repeat of 2020 all over again.
Okay, but were you surprised with the outcome? Like the people that actually, because like there's this whole mentality of suffering and smiling. That we kind of do in Nigeria, whereby if it doesn't affect you directly, or if it doesn't affect you and your family personally, even if it affects you on the long run, you just don't say anything about it. But like youths coming out to make their voices heard, getting international attention as well. Were you surprised by all this?
I mean, I'll say yes and no. I'll say yes in the sense that it's always a thing where people are always talking about taking to the streets, and it never really happens. And then when it finally happened, I was happy to at least witness it in my own lifetime and play my own role as best as I could. But at the end of the day, like, it's just sad that the most minor of things that we're asking for is very simple. The police is brutalizing young people. They are profiling young people. Like it's the most minor thing to ask, and it's never a case where, because there have been politicians that have stolen money before, you see police profiling everybody with an agbada or a pot belly. Yeah. But it's like you as a young person, just because of the way you're dressed, just not even about what you have, just say, okay, you take the incentive to
look good.
Shower every morning and look good and take care of your skin with the little you have.
Say shower every morning.
Trust me, the police can stop you and say, you don't bath today. Where you go?
Yeah.
And it's a problem. So like that, we were just asking for that to stop, and it just became a full-fledged war of the older generation versus the younger generation. Yeah. And I feel it was a very defining moment, because we can't, as young people, we know the amount of power we control. We know how much we've been able to, make it despite the hand that our society has dealt us. And we're trying to take it to the next level, because it's almost embarrassing where you're having international conversations with, say, in the music industry, for example. You're talking to industry pioneers in places like Europe and the US, and it's almost a glitch in business when, it's not as easy to come to Nigeria, or, just a little basic amenities that would make everything easier for everybody is not available. And we are saying, okay, you know what, you people can keep stealing your money, but just do the right thing as far as we are concerned, and then we'll take it from there. And it's like, no, as long as we keep eating money, there should be no progress. So it's, it's going to be a long walk to 2023. So I feel like everybody should just be resting, just be ready to hit the streets whenever.
Pull up.
You'll
pull off. But it's going to be a lot more. We're going to come back. Enough of talking about,
Yes, please.
But when we come back, we're going to talk more about the music. And Money Defined. If you haven't checked out the video, you can check it out.
Go and check it out.
You think you're doing pretty good with the numbers as well. Almost 500,000 already. It's doing pretty good. Why
I don't really like.
You don't like numbers.
I don't like numbers, but the numbers are there, so I appreciate the numbers.
Yeah.
So if we can get some more numbers, that would be absolutely dope.
There we go. Alrighty, quick break. We'll be right back, and when we come back, we'll be playing that song "Money Defined" by Ycee. Please stick around.
City 1051.
City 1051. Yeah.
That's my jam.
Ycee right there with Money Defined.
It's literally my jam.
You know the funny thing, I think it is very easy that you could tell that you actually enjoyed recording this song.
Yeah, I like, as much as some people don't like to believe, I really enjoy rapping.
Okay.
It's just that the climate of Nigerian music right now doesn't really support rap music, so I have to be I don't know. I just have to find ingenious ways to push it. But anytime I get to do it, I always love it. I love it so much.
Okay, so talk us through the process of this song. Basically the creation of this song, because like it's can I say this is you in your habitat?
Yeah, that's my happy place. Like,
Okay.
very comfortable. Like 9 times out of 10. So I think basically I'd already recorded "Tell Nobody," and I planned to put that out as a single.
Yeah.
You know, and I played it on, I think I was live on Twitter one day and I played it, and somebody in the comments was like, "Oh, why is he singing again?" Like, you know.
That is it.
And I just felt like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let me just. And I looked through my folders and I found the beat, and I was just like, you know what? Let me just I had a lot of energy to just release, and
Yeah.
by the time I finished it, I sat back and I listened, and I was like, yes.
Okay.
In fact, this will be number 1, and "Tell Nobody" will be number 2. So yeah.
Okay, but I kind of noticed something when I watched the video. I was like, okay, money I define. You focus on one thing. The goal is the money. Okay,
Right.
and all side talks go left. All necessary vibes go left. I didn't notice one babe in the video, guy.
Nah.
Not one. Was that intentional? Very intentional.
I didn't even think. You know, the funny thing is, when like all the early ideas and creative directions we had for the video, they really it was just, it didn't feel like there was any place in the video where a girl's presence would be needed. No offense to all the women out there that are grinding and getting
Yeah.
their money, but I think for me, with the statement the point I was trying to drive home was that it's grind time, go hard or go home,
Yeah.
basically.
Are you of the mentality that you can't like have split focus? Like you have to focus on one thing if you truly want to get something. Like you can't say, okay, I want to get this and still focus on getting women at the same time as much as you can.
I think, well, personally, I always speak of my own personal
Yeah.
situations.
Personally, yeah.
Personally, women just come naturally. So it's not left for me. Women come naturally, and I like to treat my women as nice as I possibly can. So that's why I always stay grinding. Like, I'm always like, okay, how much money can I make to satisfy the woman of my dreams? So yeah.
How much money can I make to satisfy the woman of my dreams?
Yeah, no, you have to like me. I'm just
Wow.
like, that's how I am. Like,
Wow.
I don't want a situation now that I'll just wake up one day and just see that somebody has used a couple $1,000
to like
to
entice,
just
yeah.
entice my babe. Like, what's that?
It won't be funny, bro. But
Exactly.
the funny thing is, being on your grind and everything, I just never thought of. I don't think I ever asked myself that question directly in that manner.
You have to trust me,
I'm just.
because when you deep it, yeah, and you have a babe that is like, she'll even be pushing you to make more money. She'll be giving you ideas.
Yeah. And it might sound very, very shallow right now, but like most guys listening, if you're a guy and listening right now, part of the factors why you want to get money, why you want to be successful, don't deny it. Let's just call it what it is.
You want the mother of your kids to
Call it what it is.
to come to represent. So I mean, once the account balance is singing the right tune, then the
Yeah.
shorties will dance the right steps.
Alrighty. This guy, that he writes what he says. I go tweet. I feel reference you, probably. Okay, let's talk about the video now. Where was it shot? Who directed the video and everything?
Yeah, the video was directed by boy director T.G. Omori.
Yeah.
Shout out Wayward President. Location was, we
Insanely
shot all the
creative
scenes.
guy, by the way.
Yeah, we shot all the scenes at the National Theatre in Igomu, and
Wow.
like, bro, anytime I go to that place, I just feel
Yeah.
sad, because it's like it is an arena that terribly mismanaged.
Like you don't treat what you
Zero
have
maintenance.
very well.
Yeah, and it's so sad, because every time, like, imagine the previous years, you see December, people are looking for where they want to do their shows. It's always a cool hotel.
Yeah.
But the National Theatre is right there, sitting in the center, like in the heart of Lagos State,
Yeah.
a mass piece of land. And when you go in there, everything is just dusty, and man,
At some point it kind of gets tiring whereby that, okay, we're coming to December and you're going to have to visit a cool hotel like probably 6 times.
600 million times.
And I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, can you use something else? There's a headlining show. There's a comedy show. There's a cool hotel. But, that's...
a bank end of year party.
Yes. That's another story for another day, to be honest with you. Are we going to see another video from Ycee again this year?
Yes, definitely. Hopefully, I've set myself. I think anytime I put out hip hop videos, it's like people just remember, oh, that Ycee guy can actually rap,
yeah.
And they start asking for more hip hop videos. So I think I'll just ride the momentum from Money I Defined, and I'll give them maybe like one more before the year runs out, and then from January I'll start catering to all the women in my life again and start giving them all the
oh my days. It's fine. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just be honest. Like, we're calling it what it is right now. And besides, it was a long time ago. I didn't quite like you. Women wise, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, because like back then in school I was like, I had a crush on Ycee, or I have a crush. That was the word. I have a crush. I had a crush. I was like, what's going on? Like,
I know it's a known fact that guys don't like me.
He's not gonna marry you. Like, I just keep saying, like, nothing's gonna happen. You're probably never gonna meet him. So
you never know.
No, it's not.
You never know. But like, I love my women and my women love me too. So
for sure.
I love my guys too, but that's that's bromance. That's different.
It's all good. Speaking of bromance, somebody actually talked about something where they've kind of noticed, and when it comes to recording vibe that you and Fowles have.
Yeah,
you guys did something like, and that was well done, to be honest with you, and bubbly as well. So it's is there anything more, like, is this something that you guys are willing to harness and actually create more projects together?
Yeah, definitely. There's one idea that I've already pitched it to Fowles, and I'm looking to round that up for my next album for next year. It's going to be, hopefully, like, and anything me and Fowles do is going to bang. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
I could be wishing for too much, but I don't know. I just feel like a joint project might not be a bad
maybe there's once if we're able to align, if our schedules align, definitely. But yeah, Fowles is one artist that I enjoy working with, because it's not just about how talented he is, but it's like, if you're going to be on a record with Fowles, you have to bring your A game. Because by default, everybody knows that he puts his all into anything he does.
The guy's super conscious.
Yeah, so it's like, anytime I'm working with him, I feel good, because I know that, okay, I'm going to push myself and, even unlock another level. So big shout out to Fowles. That's my brother.
Okay, and still speaking about Fowles, a lot of people were like, some celebrities, I don't want to, like, I think it would be unfair to call names, but like some celebrities, as concerns the whole NSARS movement, were not really about that life. They were like, okay, man, just talk. Me no be like, say.
Me no be like, say, not talk.
You could tell, based on the tweets, I mean, fine, they were just tweets, but you could tell there was like a tone. You could tell who actually was super passionate about that thing, because let's be honest, not everybody that has gone through SARS Wahala. I mean, I keep dreads.
Definitely.
I have been through this several times in my lifetime.
The thing about the entertainment industry and SARS is that a lot of Nigerian celebrities move around with police escorts, and so most of them are pretty much immune to it. So you can't really, like, there's no how you want to talk about something you have not experienced. So me personally, I know, the amount of times I've had to face police over the years, from being a young unknown artist moving about at night to being a known artist, and it's still something that people face on a day-to-day basis. So at the same time, I just feel like everybody should speak in whatever capacity they can. Because you see people like Fowles, who's a human rights activist and a lawyer by profession. Like, he was one of the few people that I knew that was properly armed and ready to fight the fight as much as he needed to, and he knew when to step back and let the movement lead itself. So it wasn't a case where he was trying to capitalize off of the movement or anything. So one thing I just like to implore to my fellow colleagues is that in situations like this, especially when social issues are concerned that affects a large population of people, it's not just about, like, let the clout chasing rest for a bit, and say the little you can, even if it's to just tweet the hashtag. You don't need to come and say things that you have little or no knowledge about. Like,
yeah.
let the activists be activists and let the artists be artists. So,
but it doesn't mean they shouldn't say nothing at all.
Yeah, like I mean, saying nothing is that's just as tone deaf as it comes, because you can't say, even if you haven't experienced it personally.
Yeah.
You have fans that enjoy your music, that enjoy your work, that they are crying about these things, they're suffering these things. So the least you can do is even lend a voice, if not for yourself, but for your fan or whoever. You don't know who it might be tomorrow. So yeah, okay. you can't just sit down and be quiet. Silence is complicit in this day and age. So yeah.
Alrighty. So somebody shot me a message right now. Speaking of those girls, one of them is fine.
Aww.
She said, Ycee, yeah. What is your most TikTok friendly song?
My most TikTok friendly song.
She feels like it's supposed to be Juice.
It's Juice,
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I think on my way here, I saw someone was even saying that if TikTok had been around when we dropped Juice, it would have
banged, yeah.
It would have, But yeah, I don't know. I say Juice definitely, because it's like it goes with the whole TikTok vibe. Yeah.
Girls changing clothes and
yeah.
It's fine. It's all good. Alrighty. Ycee, this has been fun, but let's just we're getting towards the ending of the whole interview and everything. But should we expect something from you before the year runs out? Like aside the video, can we expect more music?
Fingers crossed. I don't know. Like I might go home today and record one song and be like, I'm dropping this song tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm currently working on like projects for 2021, just finalizing, mixing and mastering.
Okay.
And sorry, I just saw that guy's face. It's like he shaved one side.
Yeah, he shaved one side, yeah. One side is hairy and one side is like an egg.
But yeah, I'm working on my 2021 projects, an album, an EP. And yeah, it's 2021 is going to be alive.
Come on, let the cat out of the bag. Like, what's the name of the Come on, man. Don't do this to us.
I promise one album, one EP.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't fully decided yet, but 2021.
Yeah.
I promise you guys.
So, somebody sent a message saying, Ycee, explain your tweets. I'm just an anti-hero, not a villain.
Not a villain. I'm just an anti. Yeah, it's like, because of the stance I have on a lot of things, like, I believe every scenario, you can't really judge every scenario until you've experienced it. So
yeah,
I tend to more or less be a neutralist or a realist in most situations. But that being said, a lot of people like to paint me as a villain, Yoruba demon and the bad guy. But I just feel like as much as I'm not a hero, it doesn't make me a villain. So I'm just right there, like, I do what I need to do when I need to do it.
So this is basically the bandwagon mentality whereby, people feel like, okay, because it's popular opinion to say A, B, and not popular, and a very unpopular opinion to say C, D, you rather say C, D.
I'd rather just say B, C.
Okay.
Because
in between.
That's how, unless it's a personal experience, then I can judge. But if it's not something I've experienced, I just have to, give the most logical, insight to it that I can. So yeah, I'm not a villain. I'm not a bad person.
Yeah.
I'm not an evil person. A lot of people may have had bad encounters with me, and I'm truly sorry about that. But you live and you
disclaimer.
learn. Yeah, you live and you learn.
Fantastic. It's been fantastic having you right here in the studio,
same, man.
Money at Define. How can people get it? How can people stream it?
It's on all platforms, Even if you don't want to, if you have not paid your Apple Music subscription or your Spotify Premium,
you better.
You can get it on AudioMac as well. But yeah, I feel like as much as possible, it's not even just about for the artist, but if you stream music and you listen on the right platforms, you even get to see other works from the artist that you didn't even know about. So I think for people, the best thing you could do, if you hear a song you like, you Shazam it, and then you get it on whatever platform you can. You enjoy it, enjoy more music, put more money in the art, put more money in the pockets of your creatives.
Yeah.
That way we can keep creating for you guys.
Yeah, because there's this whole mentality whereby if you can get it free, get it free. You don't really.
I move the run below
for sure.
Don't forget.
Why is this fantastic having you? We should do this some other time.
Definitely.
Alrighty, gonna go play this jam right now. Money at Define. Go check it out on YouTube. The video is out.
Go find money like this now.
You already know, man.